Warning for anyone that may have just clicked on this video, this is going to have massive spoilers for Naoki Urasawa's Billy Bat, his most recent completed work, and I fucking loved it, and I just want to talk about its message in this video. But if you haven't read it yet, I highly advise that you do. If you're not familiar with his other stuff, he's written Monster, 20th Century Boys, and Pluto, just to name some. In fact, that actually may have been all the stuff that he's written. But the dude does really great stuff. If you've read or even watched any of those before, then I'm sure you know what you'll be getting into. It'll be a great time. Come back to this video after you've done that, because I don't want to spoil this for anyone. Alright, what up y'all? It's Tusk the Otaku, and I just finished Billy Bat, and the ending really hit me. I know in a lot of Naoki Urasawa's works, he tends to end things in a very anticlimactic fashion. You know, you'll see that a lot of the time, it'll just be building up to this big old confrontation, and then you don't really get that confrontation. He ends things in a lot more of a thematic sense than anything else, and Billy Bat is the epitome of a Naoki Urasawa ending, but I think it's very powerful if you just paid attention a little bit. I don't want to put down anyone that was having issues or thought that this wasn't a very good ending, because at the end of the day, it is up to your personal preference, but I'm going to explain why I found it so powerful. One more warning, I literally just finished it a few minutes ago before recording this, and this isn't scripted or anything. It's going to be off the cuff, so if my thoughts are a little bit jumbled up, and if I forget some people's names, please forgive me. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. I'm not crazy like that. But here we go. Most of Billy Bat is spent building up the actual character of Billy himself, as though he's some kind of divine being that controls all, whether from the background or not. And it involves all these different people and all these different conspiracies throughout history, and how Billy was involved in it, whether he was talking to one side or the other, or if one side thought that this was the correct way to go about a certain thing rather than another, and people would just be put against each other, killing each other, and it was all just a really big mess. And then all of this builds up until the finale, really. The final few chapters are where everything just kind of hits home and everything comes together, literally. Because when there's the super moon, or whatever they called it, when that shines down through the cave, all the Billy Bats that we were shown throughout the entirety of the series, the white one, the black one, the moon one, all of them finally come together. And what do they say? The Billy Bat doesn't tell Kevin Goodman that he should go out and kill this guy, meet this guy, or anything. He just tells him to draw, because that's what Kevin was put on the earth for. All these people were involved in bringing up Kevin and ensuring that he survived in all these different situations so he could draw and bring people happiness and spread his message. And the message was just simply peace. This is especially brought home in the final scenes involving the two soldiers that were on the landmines and the one kid that they're able to give water and hopefully bring back to good health, along with the final pages of the Billy Bat comic and the Pharaoh's Curse, the famed best volumes of Billy Bat ever. It just drives home the point that when we're all divided, we're all going to be working against each other, because we're all working towards different things. But when you come together, then you just decide on this peaceful method. You spread peace and all that good stuff. It's just this nice old working together thing, and it's very corny in a sense. You know, how many times have things ended with just, you gotta work together and bring peace? But Billy Bat actually takes it a step further than that. See, Chuck Culkin and Timmy are there to kind of symbolize sort of stubbornness and selfishness in the world. They gained their power and popularity through an imitation of Billy Bat. And not only did they do that, but they went out of their way to exterminate all the other versions of Billy Bat which were considered real ones. Under the guise of our Billy Bat is the only real Billy Bat, and it's the only Billy Bat that should exist. And they truly believe that they're doing the right thing here. Even right up towards the end of the series, Timmy's talking about how China and Russia are going to do all this stuff. They're going to hurt America, and has at this point even expanded Billyland to become somewhat of its own country with 100 locations all around the world, controlling energy and water and all this stuff. They're just this huge superpower, yet the actual Billy Bat comic is gone at that point. And before it was gone, it was just becoming terrible. Even the people that were working directly under Timmy just thought the comic was absolute trash. And what state is the world in while Timmy is still in his wheelchair, stubbornly refusing to accept the real Billy Bat, to accept that Kevin and all these other people really do see Billy and see this truth, in a sense. The world is to shit. They're in the middle of Hollywood, and the Hollywood sign is down. Everything is just an awful sandstorm. You don't see foliage anywhere. The world is ruined. And what's more, all throughout the entire series, you're given all these examples of these disasters that took place throughout our history. They have 9/11 in there. They have the JFK assassination. It feels odd and almost jarring that they put something so real and so close to home to a lot of people in there. But I think it's supposed to send a message to everyone. It shows that when there's this confrontation between selfishness and the truth, like a horrible, murderous confrontation between the two, disasters in our world are always going to occur. And that look into the distant future, I think it was 2063 or something, and just how awful the world was and the awful position it was. The soldiers didn't know why they were killing each other. Again, sandstorms everywhere, no foliage, people are dying of famine and plague and all that stuff. It's to send everyone a message that this could happen. You've seen awful stuff happen before, and this could happen to us in the future if we don't get our act together and we stop dividing ourselves so much. You see, it's not really a case of these guys are the bad guys and they like the cute Billy Bat by Chuck Culkin, and these guys are the good guys because they like the original by Kevin Yamagata and Kevin Goodman and all those people. You can tell more by their actions than rather their stances on certain things that the people who draw the real Billy Bat simply just draw it. They don't go out of the way to silence other people, and they want to show everybody their comic and spread joy to everyone, while Chuck Culkin's Billy Bat was never really about spreading peace. That was just a surface thing. It relates back to Hitler, right? They're pretty obvious with this stuff about these selfish desires, these ulterior motives, when you just have to spread joy and happiness and do things purely out of the love of doing them and just come together. And I think that is powerful. Just showing all this conflict throughout history, and then showing what it'll lead us to, and then also showing us just how simply we can avoid all that right at the end, just by forgetting about and just not caring about why people fight each other, and just getting along, helping a kid out, and just striving to achieve your dreams without any ulterior motives can lead to a pleasant existence, a pleasant earth to live on, and we can all just go about our day happily. Despite how cliche something like that is, I think the way he goes about it is amazing. Now, I'm sorry if I rambled on a bit too long. I just wanted to say this. Like I said, I just finished it. I liked it. And let me know what you thought of Billy Bat down below. If you watched this video and you hadn't read Billy Bat yet, shame on you, you piece of shit. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one.